Hey, good morning, everybody. So, for those of you who haven't met me, my name is Gabriella Guzman. I'm a double board certified master colorist. So, I'm certified by the American board and the board certified colorist. I'm also a master educator, master stylist, and educator. So, I teach pretty much everything down the line. I've been in the business for over 20 years, started very young. And today we're going to teach an extension class regarding the techniques. I'm going to teach you two methods today, which are the most popular. I'm going to talk to you about pricing and a few things that are very important since you guys are unaware of it, but there's a lot of money in extensions. So you're going to look at, for example, this is a new feather weft that we are promoting. This is what we're going to have. Very thin, and there's 3.5 ounces, so 100 grams of hair. Okay, have you guys seen these? No? Here, take a look at them. These are also our hand tied. I'm going to pass them out so you guys can take a look at them. We're going to be working with both. So this course is designed to help stylists build a strong foundation in professional hair extensions. You'll learn how to install, maintain, and remove different types of extensions while protecting the integrity of your own hair. So I'm going to show you one of my personal clients and what it can do for people with very fine hair, okay? And for the course of a year. And if you do them correctly, how you can actually improve their hair, okay? So module 1 is understanding that the first thing, extensions are a luxury service, okay? So they have a set price. So the salon sells them for a certain price. You should be making double the profit. So just by selling the extensions, you're gonna make half of, like, I think they're about $450. Yeah. So let's say these are about $450. You sell them to the client for $900. Okay, so that's $450 automatically just by selling hair. Okay. Again, these are the hand tied wefts. They're directly sewn in. We're gonna use them. We're gonna tie them in with Brazilian knots because that's the one that she prefers. Okay. The invisible bead is also sandwiched in between. I'm gonna show you that method. It's gonna be with these beads. You haven't used them, or yes? And then we're gonna talk about the different types, machine weft, tape-ins that you guys are familiar with. So, like I said, they are a luxury service that boosts salon income. So clients can pay between $500 to $2,500 for installation and maintenance. They offer instant transformations but require proper skills to install correctly. So please take whatever I teach you and remember, especially with the natural hair, you have to be very careful overdoing it with the extensions because you can cause permanent hair damage, okay? So at Hair Bar, we believe that quality is everything when it comes to hair extensions. So the longevity, the natural appearance, and overall satisfaction of a client is dependent on the quality of the hair being used. For that reason, we only use and work exclusively with premium, ethically sourced human hair that meets the highest industry standards. So how the quality can differ and everything, okay? So this is hair that's been just colored, processed. So we call this Remy hair. So, for example, you have Remy or Virgin. Virgin will be in this natural state, no process. This is what we call Remy. Okay? You can still bleach this. So you can color it, bleach it, do whatever you want to. Okay? So when you have like non-Remy, they're a little bit cheaper, synthetic, sometimes with synthetic. One of the ways that I teach everyone to check the hair, does anybody smoke in here? Okay. When you check the hair, always grab a strand, so you know the quality. When you light it up with a lighter, it's gonna light up and it's gonna smell like burnt hair. Synthetic is gonna burn quick and smell like plastic. Okay? So anywhere you go, just take a little strand before you buy the hair. Light it up, smell it, and you'll know the difference. Okay? So I'm gonna give you almost like a breakdown so you guys know what you can be potentially making in a salon. Okay, so how much can you earn? Extensions can increase your income significantly. So for example, we're gonna do hand-tied wefts, which are these, okay? So the approximate price, the salon price is $1,500. The hair costs $500, you're gonna make $1,000 profit. Okay. The tape-ins, the service price is $800. Hair costs $200, you're making $600. Okay. Machine weft, service price $700, hair costs $200, you're gonna earn $500 right off the bat. Okay. So one of the things that I also enforce is you guys are gonna have copies of this. We're gonna do a client consultation and contract agreement. Okay. So we're gonna cover our asses always. So the first thing I need you guys to do is, prior to anything, you want to do a consultation. What are you looking for? You also have to be aware that you have to be realistic. Okay. If a client has thin hair, you can't put tons of hair. It has to look natural, and again, you can cause permanent damage. Okay. So for example, a successful service begins with a thorough consultation to determine the best method, pricing, and expectations for the client. So one, assess the client's hair. Check the natural health, density, and texture. So determine if the hair is suitable for extension, thin, thick, or damaged, etc. Discuss the desired length, volume, and overall look. Explain extension options. So educate them on what the best method you think is proper for their hair. So for example, if somebody tells you, okay, I'm going on vacation and I want something that's not as long lasting. I just want them for my vacation. You can suggest a taper. It's less money, but it's something that's temporary. Now, if a client tells you, I want something that it's more permanent, that I'm going to be able to keep and wear in style every day, then you do a sewn in. Okay? They don't want, so I have extensions in my hair right now. And this is what you're going to be able to accomplish. Do you guys see anything? No? The sides? Okay. That's what I'm going to teach you guys today. Make them look as natural as possible. So, I'm going to use, can I have a swatch up there? The swatch? No.
Where does it Oh, good.
What color is it? Oh. So we're gonna use the swatches and the rings to match your client's color as best we can. If you don't have anything that's exactly like it, you can mix two colors. So for example, they have highlights. You can mix these two colors, okay? Or if you want, you can just get the base color and highlight the base color, okay? But you're gonna be able to determine what color you're gonna use right here. Another thing is set expectations and pricing, okay? So for example, somebody wants, let's say 5 or 6 rows. You're gonna determine it. So a full head will give you between 8 and 12 rows, depending on the hair, okay? So a row, so these bundles will give you like 1 or 2 rows, usually 1. So again, you have to set expectations. You have to know the amount of hair you're gonna put in. The longer the hair, the more hair you're gonna need. Okay, that's gonna be up to you to determine. Usually you're gonna need more than 100 grams. If they want long hair, it's gonna be more than 100 grams. So you're gonna need more than 1 bundle, okay? If they want volume, then you can use 100 grams, which will give you about 4 rows, half a head, okay? So set expectations, hair length. The longer the hair, the more expensive. Density, the number of rows needed, offer tiered package, full install, volume boost, maintenance plans, discuss maintenance cost for move-ups and reinstallations. So for example, the method that I do them, it requires, people usually last 8 to 12 weeks, depending on their maintenance, okay? With the men, they might loosen up, but if they feel comfortable with it, they can last up to 12 weeks. Okay, so you're gonna have to reinstall them every time. So let's say every 10 weeks, you need a new reinstall. Discuss that as well in your consultation. Also, it's very important that you discuss aftercare, okay? Because that's something that's very big. Some people don't take care of their hair. They wanna have extensions, but they don't take care of it. So what do? We do a contract, okay? We're gonna give them aftercare instructions, a contract, make them sign and initial every page, okay? We have to cover our asses. You don't want anybody suing. So the next thing is, again, they'll sign the contract. Once you inform them of proper washing, brushing, styling techniques, recommend Hair Bar Aftercare for maintenance. These products are great for extensions. Not all products are good for extensions. If they have too much salt in them and they lather up too much, they're not the best. So these are actually really good products to use and detangle. So clients will sign a hair extension contract that includes hair purchase agreement. So upon your consultation, which you're gonna be charging for, because I don't care if it's 20 minutes, that's 20 minutes of your time that needs to be accounted for. So consultations should last 20, 30 minutes tops, and there should be, they have to pay. Consultation, yeah. I charge consultation.
How much?
I charge between $20 and $30.
Oh, okay.
You know,
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm in and out with them for the most part. First thing I tell people, it's a luxury service. So once you get attached to them, you're gonna get attached to them. Once you get somebody hooked on extensions, it's very hard for them to come off. Just so you know. So if you manage to get 5 regular clients, imagine the amount of money you're gonna be making. Especially when they buy hair. All right? So again, we're gonna do the extension contract, the hair purchase agreement, the service pricing breakdown, maintenance and requirements, and salon policies. Liability waivers for all at-home care mistakes. Okay? That's one thing we're gonna make sure we do. The contract protects the stylist from chargebacks and client misunderstandings. It ensures that the client understands no refunds on purchased hairs will be done. Once they purchase the hair, if they come back and they're like, oh, it's too expensive, nope, there's no refunds. Once the hair is purchased, you can't send it back in any company. So that's number 1. So once you have them set in for the extensions, once you have them buy the hair, it's very difficult that they. So we're gonna do some hands-on techniques. The hand-tied sewing, is anybody familiar with Brazilian knots? Somewhat? Okay. So Brazilian knots, we're gonna do a whole row of Brazilian knots with an elastic thread. Okay, and then we're gonna sew over the hair. So all of the client's hair is gonna be out and loose. Okay, so they're gonna be able to actually wash and manage their hair, and it's very seamless. Ladisha is gonna be our model for today, and we're gonna actually work on her so you guys can see it. But I do want you to practice while I'm here because it looks very easy. I make everything very easy looking, but at the end of the day, it's very difficult to learn. But once you can manage and get the hang of it, you're gonna get it down packed, okay? So it's sewn directly onto natural hair without beads, creates a flat, lightweight, and flexible attachment, lasts 10 to 12 weeks before move-up is needed. So I'm gonna show you how to install it on Leticia. Another thing is we're gonna do invisible bead extensions where beads are placed between wefts, making them invisible. Great for clients who wear their hair up. Again, lasts 10 to 12 weeks before move-up is needed. And I'm gonna teach you how to install them properly. Tape ins. So you guys are not familiar with tape ins? I can do the 3 methods. I don't mind. Do you guys want to see tape ins as well? Okay, so I'm going to teach you tape ins. So tape ins uses let's see if I have a thing. They're like sandwiched in between your hair, but you have to know the amount that you sandwich in between because if you do too much, they won't hold. And they have to be done properly. And for example, to move them up in certain places, excuse me. So for example, if you put them, you have to place them a certain way. So if clients wear their hair up, they don't pop out. Okay? So we can do that. So I'm gonna show you guys, you're gonna be able to see on my phone what the contract looks like. And once you hit this apply list, you can stop. But I want to show you guys what the contract looks like. You can just move up on my phone and that way everybody sees it. And we're gonna start working with Leticia because our time is limited. We're traveling back to New York today.
You want like a hair bar?
Huh?
You want like a hair bar?
Yeah, I prefer that.
Can I have a rope?
Who has the feather wet?
Right here.
Okay. We're gonna put it on top. So I'm gonna show you guys the feather wet. So they actually have.
That is the hard part, keeping like the
The
other
hairs out of the way.
Better.
Ahora solamente córtelo and you did it.
Dominican. Yeah, I'm Dominican, even though I don't look it. I am. Yeah, I could tell. When you spoke, I already knew you were Dominican. With me, I get Puerto Rican, I get Colombian, I get Mexican, I get everything. I'm gonna do this side. Okay, so you guys see the difference between both sides? Yes. Guys, I want to show you the difference with the cut because it's very important to cut and measure it. Look at this side, it's cut, and look versus the other side, the cut side versus the one that isn't. You see how it looks natural, how it just falls? Very important. Razors are good for that. So she's trying to say, I said, always go by her natural hair. Go down. You want to slither down with the razor. If you're not familiar with the razor, slither down. Going lower. These blades are not good.
Those are not her